to go, you know, I want to take a look at this. And if you see any negative things about your family life or anything growing up, you can almost feel guilty for claiming that because you think that you're betraying your father or your mother. You say, well, I'm saying these bad things or trying to claim these bad things about what happened in my life, and I don't want to say anything bad about my mom or dad. Your mom and dad would want to claim some things. The other day, I was with my boys, and I said, you know, guys, I want to talk to you about something. I said, my dad was just a neat guy. He's a wonderful guy. He's a great guy. I said, but my dad was pretty quick-tempered. And when he got frustrated with us, you could see this frustrated look on his face come over me. And so the boys were listening to me, and I said, you know, sometimes I get overly frustrated when things aren't going the way they need to do. I kind of inherited that from my dad. My dad was a good man, but that's something I inherited from him. I want to do better. And I need your help. When you feel that I'm amping up too much on you, I want you to tell me. I want you to be respectful, but I want you to tell me. Will you tell me? Guys, yeah, we'll let you know. Quickly. You know? Yeah, we're good. Dad on the tennis court the other day, and we were playing tennis, and I was feeding them balls, and, you know, Tyler was playing hard. There was this one thing, I was a little frustrated with him, and I kind of hit a few more, and it's time to pick him up, and I was picking him up. Here comes little Andrew, he's 10 years old. He comes up, got his hat on. Dad, you remember when you told us that, you know, you wanted to let us know when you was kind of being a little hard on some of us, you know? I said, yeah. He said, you're kind of being hard. And I said, am I being hard on you? He said, no. You're being hard on Tyler. Oh, man. I think you're right. Thanks. Because I want to be better than that. I want to be better than that. I don't want to pass that on. Do you know where you come from? Are you able to claim some of the things that you want to do? You want to get past? You're not trapped by the things of your past. You are. The things in your past kind of help explain you, but you're not trapped by them. But you've got to acknowledge it. What's in your past? Some of you have dark things. I was blessed to have families and mom and dad that were good people. But I know there are people here that come from all kinds of horrible things and bad memories and just stuff they want to not look at. I understand that. But I want to tell you, if you don't look at it, it will drive you places you do not want to go. Let me tell you a saying among counselors. Listen to this. Listen to this saying. I want you to memorize this, and I want you to know it. Be careful what you hate, because you tend to become what you hate. Be careful what you hate, because you tend to become what you hate. Hate has an energy to it. Hate is like some evil tractor beam that gets a hold of you and starts pulling you away that you do not want to go. And you say, I want to go up. I want to go this way. I want to go towards being a loving person, a patient person, a tolerant person, an open person. And hate just pulls you this other way. Be careful what you hate, because you tend to become what you hate. And so what you have to do is look at it. These are the things that were done to me. These are the things that were perpetrated on me. I've got to be real about that. I've got to be honest. I've got to claim that. At some point, I've got to forgive. Which does not mean trust. Trust and forgiveness is two different things, right? I know I've gone over this 100 times, but I'm going to go over it one more time because it's such an important point. If I get a chair here and I sit in it and it falls into 1,000 pieces, Not only do I not trust it, but I don't forgive it either. And I'll take that chair and I'll throw it down and I'll wish somebody just burn it. And that's why I go, it's just a chair. It didn't mean anything, so I no longer want anything to run over it or kill it. It's just a chair. And then let's say Chuck comes up here and he puts it together and Chuck goes, I fixed it. I go, good for you, Chuck. He goes, now, Ben, you sit in it again. Well, no. I may have forgiven the chair, but I don't trust it. And so if I do decide to sit in it, I'm going to kind of grab it, push it, sit in it just a little bit, and wait until I put my weight on it, right? Because I want to, trust isn't there. Listen, you can forgive the harm that has been done to you. You can. And that means no longer wanting something to run over or harm whoever harmed you. It doesn't mean you have to trust them. Because people have done some things that don't deserve to be trusted. They're not trustworthy things. And so, know where you come from. You cannot know clearly where you need to go unless you're real about where you came from. Carlyle Marney, noted thinker and preacher, said, no person ever amounts to much until they learn to accept their own origins. You've got to know where you're from. And you've got to claim that. Here's what the Bible says. Teach us to number our days, that we may present to you a heart of wisdom. Teach us to number our days. I remember back there on this first day. I remember early on in my life, that time in my life. I remember those days. I remember my grade school life. I remember things that happened there. I remember junior high. I remember high school. I remember early adulthood. I'm numbering my days. I'm numbering them. I know what some of the big things that happened to me, the good things, the things to celebrate, and also the things that maybe tweaked me a little bit differently. I know the people who encouraged me. I know times when I felt put down. I number my days, and that's where wisdom comes from. I know where I've been. That's what the Bible says. When you know where you've been, there's wisdom. There's wisdom. Second thing, know where you are. Be honest about where you are. Be honest about where you are. What kind of person are you now, in this moment, sitting in that seat? Not what you used to be, not what you long to be, what you are now. Do you know? Are you a faithful person? Are you an honest person? Are you happy? Or are you not? Is there a rumbling in your soul? Or do you feel content? Do you know where you are? We get so busy. We're going 1,000 miles an hour, and we don't take time to know where we are. How can we take some road when we don't know where our starting point is? So what kind of person are you today? If you had to take kind of an inventory of your soul, do you feel loved or do you feel alone? Do you feel empowered or do you feel powerless? Do you feel filled full of hope or are you in despair? And be real. Where are you? Now here's the thing. God can come and get you wherever you are. That's part of the good news. God can come and get you wherever you are. But if you're not honest about where you are, God still knows where you are, but you may not recognize God when God shows up.